Good evening and welcome back to the online Darts Live League brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Tonight we start Group B, but we've already had plenty of action already this week. Starting on Tuesday morning with Group A, and that was eventually won by Simon Stevenson on Wednesday. And then this morning, well, there is confirmation of that Group A. Stevenson on top. Robert Rickwood finishing in second and third. Rickwood getting a win over Jared Cole to demote him down into fourth. So Rickwood finishing second and third come into tonight's group. 4, 5 and 6 went back into Thursday and Friday morning's Group C, which got underway at 9:30 a.m. this morning. We'll have a quick look at Group B. We will have a look at Group B, I can assure you. There we go. And coming out on top so far, an overnight leader, Jared Cole, himself and Thibaut Tricot winning 4 out of their 5 matches. Nathan Gervin right in the mix, winning 3 out of 5. Scott Baker, Carl Hamilton and Kieran Tehan with work to do. Remember, it's the top 2 from this Group C that would join Simon Stevenson in Saturday night's final. And it's the top 3 from Group B. And we have 2 players making their debut tonight in Dan Reid and Nick Kenny. Up first, it is Matt Edgar against I'll start again, shall I? Put my teeth in. Against Robert Rickwood. And then we've got Gillet against Kenny, Reid against Edgar, Rickwood against Gillet, Kenny against Reid, Edgar against Gillet, Rickwood against Kenny, Gillet against Reid, Kenny against Edgar, and our final match around about 1:30 a.m. is Robert Rickwood against Dan Reid. Right, let's get the action underway with Matt Edgar against Robert Rickwood. Here is Robert Rickwood. Making his debut this week is Matt Edgar. Played okay on Tuesday and Wednesday. Had a running average of 88.14, a high of 93.73. Didn't hit a lot of 180s, only 3. But did get 3 ton plus outs. Well, Edgar went to Q School this year to try and retain his tour card. Went very, very close. Finished 17th in the order of merit, but a very impressive running average of 91.82. Started on the Challenge Tour this year a couple of weeks ago. Currently in 7th position, won 22 of 27 matches at 24 180s. Had a high average of 101.38, 12 averages
first leg,
in
it's
excess
Matthew to
of
throw
90.
first. Game on.
Had wins over 3 players in action tonight. Nick Kenny, Dan Reid, and this man,
100.
Robert Rickwood. Rickwood also went to Q School, finished in 40th position,
58.
won 9 of his 13 matches, running average of 90.9.
100.
Went to Challenge Tour as well. Averaged 90.16 for the entirety, won 9 out of 14 matches at a high of 96.76, and in their 2 meetings this week, 1 apiece. On Tuesday, Rickwood won 4-3, Edgar on Wednesday winning 4-1. Good pacey match. Will suit both.
99.
Keep you up to speed with the goings on in the Premier League. 2 great semi-final comeback wins for Johnny Clayton from 4-1 down to beat Michael Van Gogh in 6-4.
Matthew require 142.
Joe Cullen was also 4-1 down against Gerwin Price and 165. So that is the final.
102.
Cullen against Clayton. It's all happening at the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool.
140.
So
Matthew
for Edgar.
require 40.
For a comfortable enough hold of throw.
Game shot on the first leg. Matthew
17
Edgar.
dart hold in the end. His checkout percentages for the week so far, just over 38%, which is very, very tidy indeed.
Second
1-0.
leg, it's Robert to throw first.
8 to 15, Edgar to win this match. Rickwood 11 to 8. I
28.
did catch my preview show around about 8:30 in the Greyhound show. My acca for the night, Ace's acca, was
91.
Edgar to beat Reid 4 to 5. That's my nap for the night. Rickwood to have one or more 180 against Gillet 8 to 13.
57.
Edgar to beat Kenny 11 to 10. That's match number 9. And Reid to beat Rickwood 8 to 11. That's match number 10.
100.
Please gamble responsibly. begambleaware.org.
$119. 140.
All the matches, as always, best of 7, first to 4, 2 points for a win. Top 3 in this group go through to Saturday night's final.
$43. Matthew require 170.
We've had it this week from Robert Rickwood. He wants the ball.
138.
And he's called prime time. And that would have definitely been a prime time finish.
140. Matthew require 32. Game shot on the second leg. Matthew
Backs
Edgar.
up the 17 dart hold with a 14 dart breaker throw. He's averaging 97 right now. Great start to the night. The players usually
Third leg,
take
it's Matthew to throw
a
first.
day or
Game
two
on.
on debut just to get used to the environment.
100.
And of course, the player's far more suited to playing at night rather than 9:30 in the morning.
83. 93.
Cover on the treble 18. Rescues the throw.
125.
Are based on stats, of course, and the reason behind the Rickwood, 1 or more at 180.
96.
12 in his 10 matches across Tuesday and Wednesday, so you don't have to be a mathematician to work that out.
135.
Tend to avoid the 180 punts in the opening matches.
140. Robert, you require 158.
Another one of those for double 19. Oh, he's lost the line. Not for the first time.
92. Matthew requires 72.
For 3-0. Double 16 is his choice.
Game
and that's
shot
why
on the third leg. Matthew Edgar.
this is what we expected from Edgar this week. He's 3-1 to win this Group B, which I thought was exceptional value indeed, and showing
Fourth
why.
leg, it's Robert to
3-0
throw
up
first.
in 17, 14 and 15. The average now 98.
100.
Busy weekend of darts
100.
starting tomorrow. Euro Tour 1 and 2 qualifiers up in Wigan, and then it's Pro Tour weekend 3 and 4.
55.
And of course, keep you abreast of all the action tomorrow as it happens when we return at 9:30 a.m. and I'll give you all the
100.
results tomorrow night.
$99.
Could be 9 darts or so away from
96.
winning this match. 4-0, Matthew Edgar, and of course, leg difference plays its part.
100.
Mego ball.
130.
ball.
Robert, you require 147.
Right in the middle.
57.
Trouble
Matthew, you
17
require
for double
75.
12. 66. He's just hit the ball. Couldn't replicate
42.
it for the match.
Robert, you require 90.
Rickwood breathes again. Double 18. Double 9.
72. Matthew, you
on the wire.
require
Good effort.
33.
1 double 16. There's the 1.
17.
2, 3 match darts.
Robert, you
for
require
Edgar, 1 at the ball,
18.
2 at a double.
No score.
All over the
Matthew, you
double 9,
require
those first 2.
16.
So to wrap it up, third time of asking.
Game, shots, and the
Ruins
match.
the double 4.
Matthew Edgar.
Ruins the average a little bit, but a very, very solid performance from Matt Edgar. 89.73 in the end. All those missed darts add a double. Coming at the end of the match to close it out. A bit of winning line-itis. 2 140s apiece in the match. 5 darts missed at a double in that final leg. Right, when we return after the break, it'll be Mike Gillett against Nick Kenny. welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. This is Group B. Up next, match number 2, and it is Nick Kenny against Mike Gillet. Here's Nick Kenny making his debut on the Live League. Experienced player, Welsh international from Cwmbran in Gwent. Civil servant. Both Welsh internationals, of course.
First leg, it's Mike to
Gillett,
throw first.
School teacher.
Game on.
Nick Kenny came through the youth system. He's played in the World Cup in 2019 for Victorious
100.
Wales. Won 2 Challenge Tour titles. BDO International Men's Open winner in 2016.
95.
Belgian Open winner in 19. Bruges Open winner. French Open winner. Jersey Open winner. Romanian Open winner.
140.
Was the WDF ranking champion in 2019. Won his tour card in
59.
2020. Didn't quite work out for him over the last couple of years. Finished 67th in his attempt to retain a tour card at Q School this year.
70.
Did have wins over Dan Reid and Matt Clark.
$60.
Played on the Challenge Tour a couple of weeks ago. Had wins over the table-topping Scott Williams. Won 10 of his 15 matches, a running average of 86.42. Mike Gillet went to
41.
Q School, finished 32nd in the order of merit, and a running average of 85.71. Won 11 of his 17 matches, had wins over the impressive Connor Scott, who got his tour card.
140. Mike to require
Kevin Lane,
150.
losses to Ted Evett, Scott Marsh, Aaron Monk and Sean Wilkinson. 8 to 13 favourite for this one. Kenny, Gillet, 6 to 5. Know each
100.
other very, very well,
Nick
of course.
to require
Gillet
147.
playing his 63rd match in Live League, a running average of 84.05, a best of 95.96. Trouble 17.
131.
8. Beautiful
Mike to
approach play
require 50.
from Kenny. Double 16 for a hold.
Game shot on the first leg. Mike Gillett.
Despite the wonderful 1-3-1 to leave double 8 from Nick Kenny, Mike Gillet slots in the 50 checkout. 1-0.
Second leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
Keep up to speed with the final of Premier League Night 2, and Cullen currently leads Clayton 4 legs to 3.
85. 140. 97. 96. 59.
Incredibly, these two never met in any official BDO events or PDC events. So the first notable
95.
meeting between the two. A good 95 from Gillet to leave 170. Both really deliberate throwers. Needs the treble 19 to leave 164.
58. Mike, you require
6 darts for Gillet, off 170 for a 2-0 lead.
$98.
Just joining us, Matt Edgar won our opening match of the night, 4-0 over Robert Rickwood.
100. Mike, you require 72.
Averaged just shy of 90, mainly due to some missed doubles in the back end of the match. Started really strongly with 17, 14 and 15.
Game shot on the second leg. Mike Gillet.
Gillet going along nicely himself, a 17 dart hold, followed by a 15 dart breaker throw. Nick Kenny in trouble here.
Third leg, it's Mike to throw first. Game on. $100.
We'll announce the lineup for next week on Saturday night.
$60.
Also on Saturday, we're doing my monthly sit down with Phil Bars, reviewing what has been an exciting month of darts and plenty of announcements, plenty of talking points as well. That will be on
60.
Our online darts YouTube channel. Clayton now leads Cullen 5-4 in a race to 6.
60. $59.
Mike Gillet averaging 95 and change right now. 82 for Kenny.
134. $60. Mike requires
Again,
67.
Troubleless visit for Nick Kenny. 7 scores of a ton or more for Gillet. Just 3 for Nick Kenny so far. Double 16.
35.
First start at a double he's missed.
$98. Mike, you require 32. $16. Nick, you require 164.
164.
$49. Mike, you require 16. Game shot on the third leg. Mike Gillet.
No mistake this time. A few missed darts at doubles, but it's a 19 dart hold for Mike Gillet and a 3-0 lead. Congratulations to Johnny Clayton, who defeats Joe Cullen 6 legs to 4 in the final of week 2.
140. $100. $57.
A good start to the leg with the 140 from Nick Kenny, but backs it up with a troubleless visit.
60. $59. $90. 99. $58.
He's right on the wire of the treble 19. Gillet, with a couple of trebles here, will be in control.
134.
Finds the two treble 19s.
$137.
More like it, but it's
Mike
Gillet.
require 108.
108 for the match. 4 19s, double 16. Can't finish now. That is unfortunate. 54 leaves 54.
72.
That leaves double 18.
Nick require 50. Game shot on the fourth leg. Nick Kenny.
Kenny does hold throw in 18 darts, taking out the 50. But it is Gillet who has the darts in
Fifth
leg
leg,
5.
it's Mike to throw first. Game on. $123.
Our other debutant up next against Matt Edgar, Dan Reid.
60. $96.
A lot of low darts from Nick Kenny, which is
58.
usually the sign of a bit of tension in the arm.
100. $135.
Nothing tense about that. Just very unlucky. Just a stray. There's a bit of a deflection taken in into the treble 5.
95.
So 87 for Gillet when he returns. It will be to wrap it up. 4-1. And he will be going for
140.
it. 135 followed by 140
87.
from Nick Kenny. He's just starting to find his scoring boots. 20 ball. Got to go for it.
51.
That's a happy accident.
Nick to require
And
108.
the 14 to leave 36. Treble 19 for double 16. He went for treble 17 for double 19, an open target.
84. Mike to require 36.
Double 9.
Game, shots,
Gets
and
it
the match. Mike
with his
Gillet.
final dart for an 18 dart holder throw. Kenny did get better towards the end of the match. Like I say, on debut, usually takes the players a couple of matches just to get used to the swing of things. 88-1-8 for Gillet. Very, very impressive in his opening match of the night. 4 out of 11 on the doubles and a high finish of 72. Right when we return, Dan Reid makes his debut against Matt Edgar. match number 3 of 10 we're bringing you this evening in Group B, and it's debutant Dan Reid up against Matt Edgar. Here is Dan Reid, 23 from Newbury, 23 gram custom dart, nicknamed Reid. This is 35-year-old Matt Edgar from Daventry, uses a 21 gram.
First leg, it's Dan to throw
dart.
first. Game on.
Dan Reid has the honour in our third match of the night. Dan Reid finished so close to picking up a tour card in January. Just missing out, finishing in 16th position, won 17 of his 23 matches, running average of 86.5.
100.
Wins over Nick Kenny, Scott Marsh, Matt Denon, Rob Thornton, who just won the World Seniors, Jim McEwen, Aaron Monk, and David Mazuski. It's a who's who of the Live League, that list. Lost to Nick Kenny, Connor Scott, Josh Rock,
140.
and Scott Waits. Currently in 54th position on the Challenge Tour. Won 8 of his 13 matches, running average of 87.99. His high in Q School, 104.01. His high in Challenge Tour, 99.64. So the young man has a high ceiling.
$36.
This was, of course, my nap for the night. 4 to 5 about
100. Dan, you require 170.
Made a great start to the night with a 4-0 win over Robert Rickwood a little earlier. Average just shy of 90.
105. Matthew
for
require
Edgar for a break of throw. 16.
72. Dan, you require 65.
25 leaves tops.
Game shot on the first leg.
And
Dan Reid.
Early nerves will be settled for Dan Reid. Taking out the 65 in 3 for an 18 dart holder throw. One missed dart.
Second leg, it's Matthew to throw first.
For
Game on.
Matt, a double 16.
134. 140. 100. 140. 140.
Scoring phase of this one, 134 ton, 140 for
100.
Matthew Edgar.
Matthew require 127.
140, 140 and a ton for Dan Reid.
102.
Just misses the ball.
Dan, you require 121.
11 and ball.
85.
9-8
Matthew
for Edgar
require
for a level
25.
game.
17. Dan, you require 36.
1 dart, double 16 for leg 1. 2 darts at double 8.
18.
In leg 2, but he's not been punished
Matthew
this time.
require 8. Game shot on the second leg. Matthew Edgar.
Matthew Edgar gets there in the end with a 17 dart holder throw, and we do have a level game, 1 apiece.
Third leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. 100. 140. 134. 140.
Both players averaging 95 at the moment. Good quality game.
140.
Thought that Dan Reid may have some early nerves in this one. Absolutely none of it.
91.
Good counting as well to leave 170.
60. Dan, you require 170.
Another one of those. Would have left the ball.
105. Matthew, require 167. 44. Dan, you require 65.
Not what he wanted.
Game shot on the third leg.
And
Dan
for
Reid.
the first time, pops the 65 out. That was for a 14 dart hold.
Fourth leg, it's Matthew to throw
Edgar
first.
with work to do.
Game on. $100. 140.
He is looking as cool as a cucumber.
100. 140.
Back to back. 140s against the throw.
131.
His turn to leave the big fish, the 170. Might have to take it out.
100. Matthew require 170. 130. Dan, you require 121.
He wants the ball.
75.
So tops
Matthew require 40.
for Matt Edgar to level things up. Long way off.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Matthew Edgar.
What a dart that was from Matt Edgar. The first attempt at the double 10, a long, long way off. Took his time, made the adjustment, found it. 15 dart hold, 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. $100. 140.
He had to have a 180 in the match. Edgar with 14 scores of a ton or more.
140.
And Reid, identical. But the 140 column is 7-4 in
100.
favour of Dan Reid.
$42.
Well, this is a huge chance.
$140.
Steps in with a 140.
$101. Matthew require 121. Game shot on the fifth leg.
Oh,
Matthew
what a
Edgar.
wonderful leg of darts that was from Matthew Edgar. Absolutely outstanding. 140 ton, 140 out.
Sixth leg, it's Matthew to throw
1-2-1
first. Game
for
on.
a 12 dart break of throw.
$93. 85. 125. 140.
Great response.
59.
Now it's Edgar's turn to make a mistake.
$45.
But not punished.
$100.
Finds a ton, down to 124 this time. Took 121 out in the last leg.
$100. Matthew require 124.
Should stay on that treble 18.
56.
Very nearly gets
Daniel
it to leave
require
double
131.
16. He can't finish now. So Edgar will be back at 68.
55.
To win it 4-2.
Matthew requires 68.
And a very impressive performance. Can he close it out?
52. Daniel requires 76. 56.
One dart to save it. And Edgar's had
Matthew
one dart
requires
to win
16.
it. Gets another 3 here.
Game, shot,
No
and the
mistake
match.
this
Matthew
time.
Edgar.
And a 19 dart holder throw gets him over the line. Terrific game of darts from both. Well, it was our first look at Dan Reid. Have to say, very, very impressed indeed. Edgar 95.03, 4 out of 13 on the doubles. 5 140s, 8 to Dan Reid, and that wonderful game-changing 1-2-1 in leg 4 for Edgar. Right, when we come back, Robert Rickwood back in action against Mike Gillet. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. This is Group B. Up next, match number 4, and it's Robert Rickwood against Mike Gillet. Well, Robert Rickwood beaten 4-0 in his opening game. Mike Gillet getting a 4-1 win over Nick Kenny. Lots of thank you messages about the 4-5 nap. You're very welcome. I do occasionally get it right.
First leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
This one, 4-6. Robert
95.
Rickwood, 11-10 about Mike Gillet. This was my other pick in Aces Aka. Away from the nap, of course.
125.
Rickwood to get 1 or more 180 is priced up at 8-13.
40.
Didn't get one in his opener, so he's most definitely due one.
137. 58. 59.
Quite caught fire yet, this one.
132. 95. 29. Mike, you require 85.
For a very early breaker throw, treble 15. Well, single 15 now for tops. Missed the big number.
$53. Robert, you require 147. 83.
So 3 in hand
Mike,
now
you
for
require
Gillet
32.
for that early break.
Game shot on the first leg.
Takes
Mike
it
Gillet.
with a 17 dart breaker throw to lead 1-0. Worrying for Rickwood this. Not found his feet at all this evening.
Second leg, it's Mike to throw first. Game on. $140. 78.
Rickwood did play very well, as I mentioned, over the Monday and Tuesday Group A.
140.
Won 7 of his 10 matches. 12 180s, 35% on the doubles, 3 ton plus
97.
outs, including that 170.
$45.
Needs to find some form and fast.
$140.
Feels a long game until you go 2-0 down.
59. 134. Mike, you require 117.
Single 17 for a 15 dart holder throw.
77.
Two
Robert, you
big
require
visits
52.
from Robert Rickwood. Has got him back in the
12.
leg and he can't convert. Disaster.
Mike, you require 40. No score. Robert, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg.
No mistake
Robert
this time
Rickwood.
from Robert Rickwood as he breaks back with a 16 darter, finding that tops with his first dart of his 6th visit. One apiece. Back on throw.
Third leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on. $100. $100. $78.
Picks off the treble 19 and needed on the cover shot there, Rickwood.
96. $140.
Very nearly the max.
$59. $95. $100. Robert, you require 88. $32.
Made a bit of a mess of that.
Mike, you require 146.
Barring a huge out, he should be back.
$138. Robert, you require 56.
Well, that certainly would have pricked his ears up. Double 10.
46.
No,
Mike, you require 8.
So for a third consecutive break of throw. Double 4.
Game shot on the third leg. Mike Gillet.
And duly punished by Mike Gillett. And it is a third break of throw, and he goes back in front for a second time. 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Mike to throw first. Game on. $137. $96. $100.
Picking up the pace a little, Mike Gillett. Sign of confidence.
100. $180. $81. Mike, you require 84.
Doesn't need to go the ball route here. So treble 16. Just the setup shot now.
43.
So,
Unfortunate deflection, 132.
Great recovery.
Mike, you require 41.
Annoyingly, Gillet missing the big number, so having to waste a dart.
25.
And it proves costly if
Robert, you
Rickwood
require 92.
can take out the 92. Aggressive route, treble 20, double 16.
60. Mike, you require 16. Game shot on the fourth leg. Mike Gillet.
Yeah, holds his hands up. He's got away with one there. Back-to-back 16 darts, one for a break, one for a hold. Leads 3-1. Rickwood with it all to do yet again.
Fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Did the hard work.
37.
In the treble 20 to give him 2 at 32.
98. 100.
Maximum of 3 legs remain. Rickwood has to win them all.
60. 87. 80. 70.
Has to be careful here, Gillet. Straight ton. No good to him. He can stay there though.
57.
Well, the treble 19 would have left 167.
$171.
Full house on 19s to leave 36.
60.
Can he convert this time?
Robert, you require 36.
Double 9.
Game shot on the fifth
No problem
leg.
at all.
Robert Rickwood.
17 dart hold for Robert Rickwood, but the work starts here. As Mike Gillet will have the darts.
Sixth leg, it's Mike to throw first.
To close
Game
this one
on.
out, 4-2.
$100. 140. 85. 100. 140.
Very nearly a second 180. Rickwood could do with one here. Can he slot it in the middle?
140. 136.
Lovely setup shot from Mike
Robert,
Gillet,
you require
leaving tops after 12.
121.
Needs the ball.
88. Mike, you require 40.
How much of that can he see? His darts lay down.
20.
So 1 double 16 for Rickwood.
Robert, you require
3-match darts
33.
for Gillet. There's the one.
Game shot on
This
the
time
sixth flag.
the double 16
Robert
is
Rickwood.
his friend, and that's a 14 dart breaker throw. 3-match darts for Gillet. But it's Rickwood who has the darts in the decider.
Seventh and final leg. It's Robert to throw first. Game on. $58. $60. $140. $99. $47. $100.
Definitely a better player for me when there's a bit of rhythm to his throw.
$100.
Picks up a ton, down to a finish of 156. That's awkward for him. Has to run with success.
96.
Both
Robert, you
on big
require
finishes.
156.
First dibs goes to Rickwood. Another one of those. Not a bad second prize. He's left double 8.
Mike, you require 146.
Could go ball.
90.
Treble 10 for double 18. Here's
Robert, you
Rickwood.
require
3 in
16.
hand for a comeback win.
Game, shot,
Trailed
and the match.
throughout the match.
Robert Rickwood.
But eventually gets it done with a 16 dart hold. Many opportunities for a 180 in that match. As you can see, 7 140s, the only 180 in the match, going to Gillet. 4 from 12 on the doubles, 3 from 13 for Mike Gillet. An average just shy of 90 for Rickwood, and he picks up his first win of the night. Right, when we return, it will be Nick Kenny against Dan Reid. evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Up next, match number 5 as we approach the halfway point, and it's Dan Reid against Nick Kenny. After what we've seen in the opening game, Nick Kenny is the 8 to 15 favourite for this. I like Dan Reid at 11 to 8. He averaged nearly 95 and pushed Matt Edgar all the way. It looked very impressive in doing so. Nick Kenny's opening match average some 12 points lower than that in his 4-1 defeat to Mike Gillett. So maybe
First leg,
value
it's
here
Nick to throw
in
first.
Reid
Game on.
at 11 to 8.
30. 125.
Great recovery.
140. 100. 55. 180.
That's his first 180 of the night. Lovely time to get them against the throw.
100. Dan, you require 96.
Possible. 11 darter. Cancel that. Double 19 for a 12.
58. 60. Dan, you require 38.
He goes straight for it. Looks like
Game
it.
shot on the first leg.
And
Dan
that
Reid.
is a 13 dart breaker throw to get this match underway. Well, if Nick Kenny didn't know he was up against it, he does now.
Second leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. 59. 97. 140.
Seems to have a canny knack of backing up a poor visit with a big score.
180.
From Nick Kenny, looking to hit straight back.
92. 100. 145. Nick, you require 124. 44. Dan, you require 65.
For Reid to double his lead.
Game shot on the second leg. Dan Reid.
This is wonderful stuff from Dan Reid. A 13 dart breaker throw, followed by a 14 dart hold, averaging 111 right now.
Third leg, it's Nick to throw first. 60. 135. $91.
Bang in the middle of the red bit.
100.
Doesn't follow it. You can see the annoyance from Dan Reid.
$100. 135.
Just lost the line, but the weight was fabulous, and he made the adjustment. 135 to leave 131.
60.
And no finish for Nick
Daniel
Kenny.
require 131. $91.
And leaves a double after 12. Not for the first time.
$75. Daniel require 40. Game shot on the third leg. Dan Reid.
13 darts, 14 darts, and 14 darts. The double breaker throw and a 3-0 lead. He has the darts to win this one. 4-0.
Fourth leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. $100. $140. $60.
Even after that 60, Dan Reid's average is still in excess of 106.
125.
3 out of 5 on the double, 60%, 1 180, 2 140s, and 6 scores of between a ton and 139. Nick
100.
Kenny averaging 91.06, yet to get a dart at a double.
$180.
180, number 2 of the match for Nick Kenny.
100. Nick require 56.
He's on a possible 11 darter. There's the 16, just.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Nick Kenny.
An 11 dart. Breaker throw for Nick Kenny. Gets one of the 4 back he needs to win the match from 3-0 down.
It's Nick to throw first. Game on. $140. $60. $85. $60.
Just gone off the boil. Big lead in this leg for Nick Kenny.
90.
Unfortunate, but a fabulous final dart.
180.
It's the second 180 of the match for Dan Reid. 4 in the match now, 2 apiece.
$100. $123. Nick require 86.
slide it down the side.
54. Dan, you require 78.
For the match. And 4 legs of 15 darts or less. He's going to have to go 25 and ball.
44. Nick, you require 32. Game shot on the 5th leg. Nick Kenny.
Kenny completes back-to-back legs against Dan Reid, but Dan has the darts in leg 6.
6th leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on.
11 and 17 darts for Nick Kenny there. Legs 4 and 5.
140. 48. 48.
48 replied with 48.
95. 100.
Dan Reid closing in on an impressive win. Still averaging
44.
in excess of a ton, 102 right now.
43.
Another slip.
96. Dan, you require 170. 130.
'Another treble, really. And gets one.
140.
Pressure now on tops.
Dan, you require 40.
50% on the doubles.
Game, shot, and the match.
Make that
Dan Reid.
57%. 4 from 7 for Dan Reid. An average of 101.11218 is 3/140 is 57% on the doubles. And what a performance. And I did suggest there that price of 11 to 8 was way too big on what we'd already seen this evening so far. Right, up next, it's Matt Edgar against Mike Gillet. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for match number 6 of Group B, and it's Matt Edgar against Mike Gillet. Matt Edgar, the 8 to 15 favourite for this one. Gillet 11 to 8. I can't argue with that. Edgar unbeaten this evening. Only player without a win so far, Nick Kenny. He has 2 more games to go. He will be up next against Rickwood, and then we'll face Matt Edgar in our penultimate match of this session. So can Edgar continue his unbeaten run? Well, the odds compilers think so, and so do I.
First leg, it's Matthew to throw first. Game on. $60. $100. $41. $45. $96. $100.
So far tonight, Matt Edgar has had a 4-0 win over Robert Rickwood with an 89.73. And then a 4-2 win
96.
over Dan Reid in a fabulous match with a 95.03. Gillet won his opener 4-1 against Nick Kenny with an 88.18. And then went down to Rickwood with an 86.92.43. Edgar's throw under pressure here from Mike Gillet.
Mike require 131. $42. Matthew require 121.
Busy weekend of UK Open qualifiers. Good luck to all of those taking part.
96.
Oh, the line was lovely, wasn't it?
Mike require 89.
Double 16.
Game shot on the first leg. Mike Gillet
goes for Gillet. The 89 checkout for a 17 dart breaker throw. Not before Edgar went close to the bullseye. 1-0 down.
Second leg, it's Mike to throw first. Game on. $28. $140.
Poor visit punished by Matthew Edgar with a nice 140.
$95. $60. $180.
He was ever going to miss that max.
$60.
If you do use social media and want to keep up to date with all the latest developments on the Live League at Darts Live League, one word, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.
100. Mike requires 64. Game shot on the second leg. Mike Gillet.
This is very, very tidy from Mike Gillet. A 17 dart breaker throw, followed up by a 15 dart hold. 2 out of 3 on the doubles, an average of
Third
94.
leg, it's Matthew to throw first. Game on.
11 points higher than Matt Edgar at the moment.
180.
Setbacks pave the way for getbacks. And Edgar's getting back in it with that max.
58. 100. 43. 139. 180. Matthew require 82.
Second 180 of the leg. One apiece.
Game shot on the third
Edgar
leg.
finds
Matthew
the
Edgar.
tops for a 12 dart hold of throw. Just missing the ball for 32. Picks off the 17. And out it goes.
Fourth leg,
in
it's Mike
12.
to throw first. Game on.
Would love a leg similar to that on the Gillet throw. And he will be right back in the match. Bumped his average
58.
up from 83 to 95.5, that one leg of 12 darts.
140.
That's only his fourth 180 in the live league this week.
100.
I will just check my notes. Yep. Hit 3 on
91.
Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's his first of the night.
140. 140.
Down to 130 after 9. I did suggest he may need a 12, and he's on for a 12 darter if he takes out the 130.
171.
have to.
Matthew require 130.
171 from Gillet has left 32. Trouble 20 needed. It was awkward, as you could see. That's a move.
54. Mike require 32. 24. Matthew requires
best average in
76.
His 60 plus matches in live league is 95-96, and that was under serious threat if he'd have taken out
56. Mike
the
require
shot
8.
previously and found the double. The double 16. He wants double 4 now. Right on the wire. Okay for a left-hander. Over adjusts.
4.
Oh, that will hurt if Edgar can convert.
Matthew require
Find
20.
double 10 or double 5.
$15.
Well, didn't threaten any of them.
Mike require 4. Game shot on the fourth
He's
leg.
dodged one
Mike
there.
Gillet.
And again, hands up. Never apologise for winning. Ever. Well, Edgar has it all to do to keep that unbeaten run going. 3 legs remain. Has to win them all.
Fifth leg, it's Matthew to throw first. Game on. 60.
Well, prior to the back end of that leg, Gillet was averaging just over 99. It's down to 89 now.
100.
His winning legs, 17, 15 and
134.
19. Two 180s, a 171.
180.
Three 180s.
97. 60. 100. Mike, you require 161.
To finish off, an absolute blinder. Wants the ball.
136. Matthew, you require 110.
Two 16s.
94.
Well, his doubling has been disastrous
Mike, you
in this one.
require
Just 1 from
25.
7. He's created and carved out opportunities.
No score.
3 match darts, 1 at the ball, 1 at
Matthew,
double
you
eight,
require
and 1 at double
16.
4. Is it your turn to pinch one?
Game shot on the
Well, it
fifth
certainly
leg.
is.
Matthew
Didn't he leave it
Edgar.
late? It is an 18 dart hold a throw for Matt Edgar. But the real work starts in the next one as Gillet has the darts.
Sixth leg, it's Mike to throw first. Game on.
Just the one breaker throw in the match, and that was in the opening leg where Mike Gillet took out that 89.
96. 85. 100. 60. 100. 99.
Really could have done with a 2 treble visit there just to keep the pressure on Gillet.
93.
Great last start to leave a very doable 112.
59.
This could
Mike
be
require
just about it.
112.
And Gillet is going to defy the odds and hand Matthew Edgar his first defeat of the night.
56. 98. Mike require 56. 46. Matthew require 100. 84.
Very unfortunate.
Mike require 10.
Nearly pulled one out the bag.
Game, shots, and the match. Mike
Gillet,
Gillett.
who eventually gets it done and gets a 4-2 win over Matt Edgar. A bit of a surprise there. Have to agree with the bookies, who did make Edgar the strong favourite. 88 average, higher than Gillet in the end, but the 3 180s were key, and the timing of them in legs 2. And that one 7-1 in leg 4. Right, when we come back after the break, it's Robert Rickwood against Nick Kenny. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for the continuation of Group B. Up next, it's Robert Rickwood against Nick Kenny. Here is Robert Rickwood, and there is the table. That win over Matt Edgar has put Gillett on top, both on 4 points. Both on the same +4 leg difference, but the win over Edgar puts Gillet to the top of the table. Nick Kenny desperate to pick up a win to get involved in this group. Six favourite, 11-10 about Rickwood.
First leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on. $59.
12 180s for Rickwood, as I mentioned earlier, in his 10 matches in Group A. Yet to hit one tonight.
137. 180. 44. 134. 100. Robert, you require
Definitely
128.
started to settle now. Nick Kenny. Bullseye. Going for it. Aggressive
93.
play from Robert Rickwood.
$40. Robert, you require 35.
No pressure on this. Double 16.
Game shot on the first leg.
And
Robert
14
Rickwood.
darter with a 180 in the leg for Robert Rickwood, and it's a comfortable hold of throw.
Second leg, it's Nick to throw first.
3 more matches to bring you after this one. Gillet against Reid, Kenny against Edgar, and Reid against Rickwood.
59.
As mentioned a little earlier, that's the final 2 of
80.
Aces Aka. Edgar to beat Kenny at 11-10. And Reid to beat Rickwood at 8-11.
100. 140. 100.
1st meeting between these
26.
two I can find. They certainly haven't met in any PDC events prior to this one.
100. 137. Nick, you require 142.
Needs to leave this tidy.
95.
Super last
Robert,
start
you
to leave
require
47.
118.
Trouble 20 for double 19. Doesn't get it.
94.
It's
Nick,
24,
you
just in
require
case.
47.
Oh, just in the 15.
15. Robert, you require 24. Game shot on the second leg. Robert Rickwood.
Well, he's averaging 100.2 at the moment. Robert Rickwood. A total of 30 darts used to win the opening 2 legs. 2-0.
Third leg, it's Robert to throw first. $59. 180.
His first of the match.
46. $140.
Backs up the max with a 140. Took a nasty deflection. And
90.
Another. Rickwood seeing the funny side of things.
137.
Just missing the 25 to leave a potential 10 dart leg. The 25 would have left 36.
140. Nick, you require 44.
Double 16 for an 11.
Game
That's a
shot on the
12
third
dart break
leg.
of throw.
Nick Kenny.
Very impressive leg from Nick Kenny. 180, 140, 137. Out
Fourth
in 3.
leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on. $39. $81. $180.
180 in leg 3. 180 in leg 4 for Nick Kenny. He is on a charge.
100. $140.
Very nearly back to back.
$45. Nick, you require 142. Game shot on the fourth leg. Nick Kenny.
Another stunning leg. And back to back. 12 dart legs for Nick Kenny.
Fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first.
That is the highest finish of the night.
96.
That's what he has in the locker.
$140.
A ton right now. Well, after the 140, 101.68.
100. $57. $134.
Super cover shot from Robert Rickwood, picking off the 2 treble 19s.
$59. $139.
And a wonderful setup. 3-9 to leave 32 after 12. Those players averaging 97. High quality affair.
Robert, you require 32. No score.
Well, it was
Nick, you
2 out of 3
require
on the doubles prior to that
148.
visit. Nick Kenny currently 2 out of 5. Oh, he can't back up the 142 out with a 148. He leaves it close though.
Robert, you require 32.
Can't afford any mistakes.
Game shot on
and
the fifth leg.
doesn't make
Robert
one.
Rickwood.
16 dart hold in leg 5 for Robert Rickwood. Puts him 1 away.
Sixth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
Rickwood will join Mike Gillet and Matt Edgar on 4 points if he does convert this 3-2 lead into a
60.
victory.
$96. $60.
Well, here's a chance for Rickwood to get it done here and now.
140. 100. 133.
'Doesn't need to go the ball route on this 1-3-2,
60.
but
Robert, you
play
require
an
132.
aggressive game. There's one of them.
125.
I'm not sure about that, Robert. He wanted 57. The 17 would have left tops.
96.
Now he's left himself
Robert, you
a bit to
require
do.
7.
This can go wrong.
Game, shot,
It doesn't.
and the match.
And it
Robert
is a
Rickwood.
15 dart breaker throw to get the job done in leg 6. Great averages from both. 95.04 in defeat for Kenny. 93.84 for Robert Rickwood. 4 out of 9 on the doubles as well. 44.44%. Highlight of that one for Kenny. Back-to-back 12 dart legs, including that 1-4-2 out. Right, when we come back, it's Mike Gillet versus Dan Reid. morning and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. 3 more matches to bring you, and we start with Mike Gillet against Dan Reid.
First leg, it's Mike to throw first. Game on. $44. 85. 43. 81. 99.
Both in.
125.
The third one in to the left-hand side.
140.
They went 4 to 5 Gillet, 10 to 11 Reid.
37. 95. 38.
And again, a first meeting
Mike
between the two.
require 80. $40.
135 should be
Dan, you
starting on the ball.
require 135.
Needed the treble 15 for tops.
95.
Leaves tops in the end.
Mike, you require 40. Game shot on the first leg.
Gillet
Mike
finds the
Gillet.
double 10 for a 20 dart holder throw. Takes a 1-0 lead.
Second leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. $100. 40. 45. 46. 140. 100. 60.
Dan Reid first to a finish. 156 after 12. Quite got going so far, this one.
134. Dan, you require 156. 60.
Only 60. Down to a 2-darter. There's going to be pressure on it. Shake of the head from Dan Reid. Not pleased with his performance so far. Both players averaging in the late 70s at the moment.
99. Dan, you require 96.
Should be 25.
Yes.
61 remaining. 25 leaves 36.
43. Mike, you require
Should
82.
see another dart at the ball here for double 16. Single 17 leaves tops.
Game shot on the second leg.
There he goes.
Mike Gillet.
20-dart opener, followed by an 18-dart breaker throw, taking out the 82.
Third leg, it's Mike to throw first. Game on.
This is Mike Gillett's final game of the night. Chance to go 2 clear at the top of the table. Make it 3 wins from 4.
121.
Kenny against Matt Edgar is up next, and then Dan Reid will be back in action against Robert Rickwood.
134. 123. 121. 77. Mike, you require 109.
So far tonight, Dan Reid's averaged 94.52 and 101.11.
77.
He's averaging just 82 at the moment, having a bit of a nightmare.
140. Mike, you require 32. Game shot on the third leg. Mike Gillet.
And he's getting better and better is Mike Gillet. 20-darter, 18-darter and a 14-darter to go 3-0 up. Dan Reid in a spot of
Fourth
bother.
leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. 50. 137.
Mike Gillett, not the kind of player that will go on runs of 11 and 12 darters. He's just always there or thereabouts. Those players that will
60.
just continually punish mistakes. He is rock solid.
60. 100. 140.
Again, just chipping away.
180. Mike require 164.
Gets him right back in the leg. He's going to go on 19s. 16's the shot. Says
92.
maths, should be good. He's a teacher
Dan, you
after all.
require 111.
Match saver.
91.
72 then for Mike Gillet.
Mike, you
See Dan
require
Reid off
72.
4-0. 212s, yep, it's in.
Game, shots,
a
and the
very
match.
good night's
Mike
work
Gillett.
for Mike Gillet. Winning legs of 20, 18, 14 and 15 for Mike Gillet. An average just shy of 90. 89.73. 4 out of 9 on the doubles. Very efficient indeed. Right, up next, our penultimate match of the night, and it's Nick Kenny against Matt Edgar. welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for our penultimate match of this session in Group B, and it is Nick Kenny up against Matt Edgar. Confirmation of the win for Mike Gillet, tops the table. On 6 points, Edgar and Rickwood both on 4. Reid with just the 1 win. Nick Kenny yet to pick one up this evening. Edgar 11
first
to
leg,
10.
it's Nick to throw first.
4 to 5.
Game on.
Nick Kenny. Nick Kenny has the darts.
$60.
Just the one meeting between these two in official competition. And that was at Q School.
60.
21st of January this year. Matt Edgar winning it 5-2 with a 93.29 average.
60.
Held a tour card at the same time. Amazed that they hadn't met before that.
140. 60. 100. 140. 145.
Great visit. Leaving 56 after 12. All Nick Kenny can do is leave it low and hope.
96. Matthew require 56.
Tops. 2 10s.
46. Nick can require 85.
Single 16. Well, that leaves double 9.
76.
Grazes the inside wire.
Matthew require 10.
Attack the double well. That's the danger of double 5.
6. Nick require 9.
Bang in the middle of the 1.
Game shot on the first leg.
Finds
Nick Kenny.
double 4. And it is a hold to throw. It looked like Edgar. Well, he should have broken throw there.
Second leg, it's Matthew to throw first. Game on. $180.
First max of the match. I doubt it will be the last.
55. 93. 125. 96. 135. Matthew require 132.
Edgar just trying to set up
60.
the shot. No need to go the ball route with Nick Kenny back on 186.
100. Matthew requires 72.
Pressure on this though. Double 16.
40.
Well, Nick should get
require
at least a dart of the
86.
ball off 86. Single 18 leaves the ball.
61.
Gave it a good go.
Matthew require 32. Game shot on the second leg. Matthew
16
Edgar.
dart hold. Everything going with the throw so far in this one. Nick Kenny has the darts in leg 3.
Third leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on. $97. $140. $180.
A piece in the 180 column.
60. $54.
Here's the 170.
40. Nick
If he
require
fancies a
170.
Pop at it. Time on his side. Not now.
30.
Some real
85.
wayward darts there.
Nick
from
require
Edgar, when there was a bit of an
140.
opportunity with a 140. Double 10.
120. 60. Nick require 20. Game shot on the third leg. Nick Kenny.
Third consecutive hold of throw in the match. Nick Kenny takes a 2-1 lead. Led 1-0. Levelled up by Matt Edgar. And now
Fourth
the
leg, it's
17
Matthew
darter
to throw first.
holds on to the advantage.
140.
He's got a bit of a
99.
wobbly stem on that dart. Surprised he's not picked
57.
up on it. Wobbly stem or not.
180.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
43.
Break a throw, most definitely on now for Nick Kenny. The
58.
better player of the two at the moment. The averages reflect that. Just over 90 for Kenny, 83 for Edgar.
81. Nick require 164.
6 darts at 164 for Nick Kenny to take a 3-1 lead, and he will have the darts in the next leg to serve it out.
$60. 100.
Quicker leg
Nick require
turn.
104.
Only a 60 from Kenny. Has left himself a bit to do. Full 16s and tops. There's the single. Needs the treble.
52. Matthew require
Is it gonna
80.
be 1 at tops or 2 at 10s? 1 at tops. That's awkward.
40. Nick require 52. Game shot on the fourth leg. Nick Kenny.
With another 17 dart leg. This time a breaker throw. Does move 3-1 up.
Fifth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
In absolute control of this one. On his opening 2 matches of the night, on the verge of losing the next 2.
$140. $57. $96. $97.
He's just about stolen the darts.
95.
He's left 170.
$99. Matthew require 170. $130. Nick require 148.
Another one of those would have left double 14.
140.
He's left
Matthew
double 4,
require
so plenty
40.
of pressure on the tops for Matt Edgar. Double 10.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Matthew Edgar.
14 dart breaker throw from Matt Edgar. Has the darts in the next one. Can he hold throw and level things up?
Sixth leg, it's Matthew to throw first. Game on. $100. $60.
You don't see too many better 60s than that.
100.
Back-to-back tons for Matt Edgar. Gives him a 140 lead in the leg. That's being swallowed up.
180.
180, number 3 for Nick Kenny. Great cover
119.
shot after a disappointing opening dart. Down to 182.
43.
Nick can't back the max up.
$100.
Very nearly found the gap, but down to 82 after 12.
$85. Matthew require 82. Game shot on the sixth leg. Matthew Edgar.
And another clinical finish from Matt Edgar takes us all the way. Advantage still with Nick Kenny. He has the darts in the deciding leg of the match.
Seventh and final leg. It's Nick to throw first. Game on. $85. $58. $140.
Kenny in a great position now. Minimum requirement is a 140.
100.
And he comes up with a ton. 7 behind, plus these.
180.
Number 4 for Nick Kenny. Possible 11 dart leg.
44. Nick, you require
Disappointing end
96.
to this session.
Game,
That is
shots, and the
outstanding.
match.
An
Nick
11
Kenny.
dart leg in the decider to pick up his first win of the night. An average of 93.67. Full 180s in there. 3 140s. 50% on the doubles. That will make him feel a whole lot better when he comes back tomorrow night for the conclusion of Group B. Well, the conclusion of the opening night is coming up next as Dan Reid faces Robert Rickwood. evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Well, it's actually morning, but I'm sure it's evening somewhere. Well, our final match of this session is up next, and it's Dan Reid against Robert Rickwood. That win for Nick Kenny. Unless Reid gets beat, the table will remain like that on the bottom. However, a chance for Rickwood with a win to join Gillet on 6 points, but Mike Gillet will be the overnight leader because of leg difference. Dan Reid, the 8 to 11 shot here,
First
even
leg,
money
it's Dan
about
to
Rickwood.
throw first.
A disappointing
Game on.
performance last time out for Dan Reid. He will want to put that right here. Went down 4-0 to Mike Gillet.
60.
Last time out, Robert Rickwood was a 4-2 winner over Nick Kenny.
98. 45.
97
96.
180s for the week so far. I wonder if we can reach the magical 100 mark in this match.
96.
Dan Reid hit 2 last time out. Sorry, not the last time
100.
out. The match before against Nick Kenny.
95.
Rickwood has popped in a couple tonight. Well below his strike rate percentage on the 180s.
99.
Still managed to pick up 2 wins from his 3 matches.
140. Robert, you require 108.
Dan Reid, despite throwing some wonderful stuff tonight, just the 1 win.
Yes.
Tough school.
48. Daniel requires 65.
Tops.
Game shot on the first leg. Dan
Tops
Reid.
he gets for a 18 dart holder throw, taking out the 65, 7, 18 and tops.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. $59. 140. 49.
32 in front, plus these. And that's against the darts.
82.
Recovery.
$121. 45. 44. 60. 41.
Miscount from Rickwood. Needed a single 18 with that final dart to leave 170.
81. 40. Dan, you require
Dear old Sid would have
93.
said that was a bag of nails. Trouble 14. Oh, he went 54 for double 10.
53.
He's left tops.
Robert, you require 147. 43. Dan, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg. Dan Reid.
In it pops, and Dan Reid does get a breaker throw, and a 2-0 lead has the darts in leg 3.
Third leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. $100.
In here for Reid, and it
59.
really does put him in the mix for tomorrow night. Remember it, the top 3 from this group
60.
progress to Saturday's final, where Simon Stevenson already awaits, and the top 2 from Group C, which
83.
will come to a conclusion tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m.
100.
Catch all the action on our Online Darts YouTube channel.
57. 180.
Already know 3 of our players into Champions Week. Week 1 winner, Josh Payne, Chance
135.
Barstow, the
Dan, you
runner-up, and
require
Andy Jenkins,
61.
winner of our 3rd and 4th place payoff, 3-4. For 3-0.
Game shot on the third leg.
Clinical.
Dan Reid.
15 darter there for Dan Reid.
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first. $134. 59.
85.2 the average for Reid. 76.82 for Robert Rickwood.
81.
And again, Trouble 19's coming to the rescue.
60. 58.
I know, 140 from Reid here will get him back in the mix.
100. 81. 100. Robert, you require 147. 91.
Interesting route. The second Trouble 18 would have left double 10.
65. Robert, you require 56.
Peg one back and a hold a throw. Tops he needs.
Game
Tops
shot on
he
the
gets.
fourth leg. Robert Rickwood.
Well, this is the key leg for Dan Reid. Of course, a 4-1 here won't do his leg difference any harm, of course.
Fifth leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. 100.
Squeezes the final dart in.
23. 140.
We are back tomorrow morning, as I said. Our opening match.
100.
Carl Hamilton against Kieran Tehan. Followed by Thibaut Tricole against Jared Cole. And then Nathan Gervin against Scott
180.
Baker. 81 left after 9. To sew this one up in emphatic style.
42. Dan, you require 81. 71.
Just misses the double 10 for a 12 darter. Or at Rickwood, back in a different postcode.
100. Dan, you require 10. Game, shots, and the match.
That's
Dan
the end of
Reid.
that, and Dan Reid does land the gamble, 8-11. Against Robert Rickwood, very comfortably in the end. 4 legs to 1, an average just shy of 90, 2 180s, 3 140s, and the most impressive finishing of the night. 80%, 4 from 5. So we'll just take a quick look at the table, and it is tight. Still opportunities for Nick Kenny, Robert Rickwood, and Dan Reid to progress through to Saturday night's final, and it is wide open. Right, we're back in the morning, 9:30 a.m. with Carl Hamilton against Kieran Tehan. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you in a few hours.